My name is Leslie Salazar Carrillo, and this is Life Grounded. Today we're going to talk about the history of abortion. It's important to know the history of something. It allows us to look at the issue not from a surface level, but to actually dive deep and perhaps have a better understanding. So abortion has been actually widely practiced in history. However, in ancient Greece and Rome, it was actually condemned prior to Christianity. So we can't use the argument that people of faith want to put their morals on society. There were debates then. Aristotle thought it was fine, but he also believed in exposing offspring for the good of society if they had any kind of defect. What does that mean? It means that if a child was born with a defect, they would lay it out on the rocks in the elements and just allow it to die. As we can see, this debate has been going on for a long time. There's nothing new under the sun. Now, Plutarch, the philosopher, described the decline of Greek civilization in Pulibus. Quote, "One remarks nowadays over all Greece such a low birth rate, and in a general manner such depopulation that the towns are deserted and the fields are lying fallow, although this country has not been ravaged by war or epidemic." Unquote. Hippocrates wrote in the original oath, "I will not give a woman an instrument to produce abortion." Abortion in the United States was actually legal in the 1800s. It was legal until quote-unquote quickening. It was a subjective term used to describe when a pregnant woman could feel the fetus moving, which actually happens around 16 weeks gestation. And because of a lack of medical knowledge, they actually thought that this was when the baby's life began. So just a little science, the human heart starts beating 22 days after conception. Recently, I read a CNN article written by Jessica Ravitz, and she states, quote, "There was a time when abortion was simply a part of life in the United States. People didn't scream about it in protest, and services were marketed openly," unquote. Let's replace that with the word slavery or child labor or any of the societal ills that we have laws against today. What we are talking about is not an abstract concept. This struggle at the very core is about human life. We need to ask ourselves, if it wasn't about human life, would there be such an intense struggle? Even without the science that we have today that shows life in the womb. So a heartbeat can be picked up on ultrasound at about 6 weeks after conception. A good sonographer can sometimes pick it up as early as 5 weeks and 6 days. Even without what we have today, people in antiquity realized that aborting children had a huge societal effect. This concept of life has been discussed and debated since ancient times. Even then, they were fighting for the sanctity of life. This is Leslie Salazar Carrillo, and this is Life Grounded.